Good morning, everyone. This is Anastasia here. It is Sunday morning, just before noon, and I wanted to share something that I was actually inspired to share. So maybe this will speak to some of you out there. And it's a little twist on a concept that most of us, I would imagine most of us are familiar with and have heard in the coaching world. But at this point, even if you've never ever worked with a coach, you've definitely heard the question, who are the 5 people that you hang out with the most? Whether that's personally or in business. So in the coaching world, and this sort of has been coming to mind because I've had, including today, I've had 3 people recently talk about Tony Robbins' work, who has been around forever. I don't know, probably 30 plus years, maybe closer to 40, really long time. So 3 different people that I know have recently done some work with him, online work. And I think this sort of came out of after they were sharing some inspiration that they received from his online workshops. So they did an online workshop, and so this question just sort of popped into my head, which might have come out of the conversation, but it doesn't matter. Who are the 5 people that you hang out with the most? And again, it could be in your personal life, it could be in business, it could be a combination of both. So that question has been tossed around for a long, long time. And that gives you an indication of who you are, partly, what you aspire to be. So if you're hanging around really successful people, chances are you are working on yourself personally, or a part of your business or the profession that you're in. You are working to elevate yourself professionally, if that's who you are hanging out with, really successful, goal-oriented people. Let's see. If you are, let's pick another profession. Say you're a plumber, a tradesperson. Who do you hang out with? Are you hanging out with other plumbers some of the time that are inspiring you, that they're, maybe some cutting edge new technique that's out there or equipment? Are you hanging out with people that are basically supporting you, inspiring you, challenging you? All of those questions. So here's my little twist to that. This little live is to just have you start to think about this. If it's important to you, look at who you're hanging out with. And is your life moving in a direction that you are on board with? So if you're feeling stuck and challenged and things aren't going maybe as smoothly or as you'd like, again, a lot of this does depend on us and our thoughts, our mindset, and what kind of action we're taking throughout the day, and or what kind of releasing work, what kind of energetic work we're working to clear on. So there's a lot of different components to being successful, and what success is different for every single human being on the planet. So there is not a formula that somebody else perfected that's going to necessarily work for you, because you're unique. So you can take bits and pieces of what other people have done, but the little formula is going to be unique to you and your idea of success and your execution of success and your timeline for success. So many variables. But I'm going to go back to, who are you hanging out with? And I'm not even stuck on that number 5. I think people throw that number out, and I think it's a great number. It gives you an indication of, if you want to look at the people you spend the most time with. But it could be 2, it could be 10. So I'm not going to get hung up on the number 5. Just wanted to throw that little piece out there too. And so my little twist to that is, say you've got some goals, say you've got some things you want to work on, achieve, maybe acquire, whatever it is, and you're not hanging out with the types of people that are going to get you there at the moment. Say you don't currently have that support system, which is fine, because let's just say that you are switching careers, or you have a goal, a personal goal that's different. You've never done this thing before, ever. You may not be hanging out with people that have ever done this thing. So because I'm sitting outside, let's choose gardening, something I enjoy doing. I'm not an expert, but I really love doing it. But say there's a first-time gardener out there, and none of your friends garden, so what are you going to do? Maybe watch some videos, maybe join a garden club, maybe watch some YouTube videos, books at the library, all sorts of things. So this could be currently what, the profession that you're in, or it could be something like a brand new endeavor. The sky's the limit with this. So my question to you is, if you don't have people in your life that are gardeners and know what they're doing, then who are your 5? Who is your tribe? Where do you go to? And I listed a whole bunch. It could be YouTube videos. It could be books at the library. It could be a garden club. You could meet someone online that might mentor you. So I'm going to make this I'm going to tweak it a little bit. So it's a little, I want to really engage your imagination with this next question. So let's say that there aren't even people in your area that you can reach out to help, right? And I'm going to pick a totally different profession. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. So say you are a person that is aspiring to be an incredible basketball player. So who is your tribe now? Who are you going to look to? And yes, it could be a coach, but I want you to think big. I want you to maybe grab a piece of paper and a pen and write down 5 people that are really exceptional in your mind that are basketball players. So again, really stretching the imagination here, right? We're not talking about people that you can maybe pick up the phone or have coffee with, and maybe these people you will never ever meet, but I'm wanting you to write down a list of people that, if you're an aspiring basketball player, people that have inspired you, that you think are just at the top of their game, and look at how they are on and off the court. I think that's important too. And then write down some of those characteristics of who you want to be surrounded by, right? So you're wanting to write characteristics of their skills as a ball player. Maybe their speed, their agility, how creative they are on the court, their ability to work as a team, a good team player. Okay, so you've got the people that you think are top-notch, and then you've got all these characteristics. And what I am putting out there is that you start to embody those qualities, and imagine that you actually could hang out and have coffee with 5 people that is like your dream team, right? Your dream team of who would be your basketball team, your teammates, your mentors. So I'm really, just asking you to hone in, use your imagination, and create that group of people in your imagination. And again, pretend like you're sitting and having coffee, or having a dinner with them, or you're just hanging out. Maybe you're playing ball with them, right? Because we're wanting the feeling of those highly successful people to start vibrating in your energy field, in your auric field, in your mind, in your heart, in your body, in your cells. You want to feel like, ooh, I have access to them. I have access to some of their amazing qualities. that's totally achievable. I can do what they did. So I was starting to do this. I'm going to sit down with my list and think of who's in my life that's completely inspiring to me, and who's supporting me and lifting me up, and who can I pick up the phone when I'm feeling like I'm a little, down in the dumps, and who's going to just listen. So when I don't have those physical people around, I still can bring in the qualities of that. I can still say, oh, I had a really awesome friend in college that was my best friend, or in high school, or at this job, right? So you can remember them and you can feel lifted up if you don't currently have it. The point of this video is, if you are working on something and you don't currently have that tribe, is to start imagining as though you do have that, and you will start to attract people. And if you don't attract the people, you're going to attract opportunities to meet people and bring more of that in, because again, we're coming from a place of vibration and energy. So instead of thinking, I can't do this, I can't work on this project, I don't have the skills, you want to think, how would so-and-so do this? How would Tony Robbins do this if you're a coach? How would a master gardener do this? Start thinking like them. Start pretending like you have access already to their wisdom and knowledge, because you do. Because in the form of, in this day and age, we've got videos and books and just a million ways to connect with people, even on social media. So again, it's really building that energetic tribe up, really feeling like you are deserving of having all of these people support you and love on you. And you're going to have more confidence when you go and reach out to take action to do that next step. So whether it's gardening or being that kick-ass ball player, like the plumber that everyone wants coming to their house because you just do such an incredible job, and you're charismatic, and you care about people, and you care about the work you do. So yeah, if you are, again, just to wrap up here, if you are feeling like you don't have that support in this moment, you can create it in your imagination. You can create it energetically. Start working on the energy of it. Start shifting the mind, the limiting beliefs. Start really believing that it's achievable. And I've known people that have put certain people they want to meet on their vision board. I mean, a lot of people have done this with a person like Oprah, or a famous person, somebody like a Tony Robbins, and then they end up going and doing a live workshop with him. Or when Oprah was talking and sharing and writing books, people did get to meet her. So it doesn't have to be anything big or flashy like that. I am just saying that people have done this to the point where they've put something up on a vision board and really believed in the possibility of it happening, and it did happen for them. So that is my little wisdom for you today. Oh, Dawn, there's a comment. Yay, 5. I'm lucky to have one. That's awesome. Oh, I'm lucky to have one with a sad face. It doesn't matter. If you're feeling like you don't have the 5, then start imagining, who do you want to be in your group? If I'm reading your comment correctly, I'm not sure if I am, but if you're feeling like you don't have the 1, I want you to write down people that you would like in your group, whether that's people you know or people you don't know. Mentors, teachers. I have, I'll just give you a little example. There's a woman in England who is an energy practitioner, has written a ton of books. I can't even tell you, she's probably written between 20 and 30, if not more. I've never, ever met her. I have such a strong connection to the information she shares in her books. So even though I've never taken a class with her online or in person, she has and is a teacher of mine through her books. I call her my teacher. When I think of her and what I've learned from her, I just take a moment, I bow my head, and I'm very, very, very grateful for her information and for her being on the planet and for bringing the information she has forward for humanity, because she is helping to raise the vibration of humanity. And I consider her, like I said, I've never met her. I consider her a friend and a sister and a teacher and a mentor. And so you can start there. So, Dawn, what do you want to bring into your life? Who do you want to bring into your life? And then write it down and write the characteristics and imagine like you already have it. That would be my my whatever I wanted to share, my little wisdom today. I don't know if that helps. I don't know if I misread your comment, but if you have any other questions, you can drop them in. And like I said, I want to wrap this up. I wanted to keep it short. I just was inspired to share this because I know some of us don't have the physical in-person support system, but you can create it. And I have seen, and I know that magical things will start to happen to you, or opportunities will start to appear, because you are just thinking of these things and calling them in. So that's what I had to say about that. And if anyone would like a little help dismantling some limiting beliefs, you can reach out to me for private sessions. I'm happy to work with you on something that you're feeling stuck or blocked with, and you might want to have it loosen up and shake out so that you can create room for something else that you want, releasing the old to bring in the new. All right, I hope everyone has a wonderful Sunday, and I'll catch you next time.